And then now,
does the scents.
I'm going to introduce the amazing Amy.
Woo!
You get to be director. Go to Beer Facts. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, I was chosen to speak on sponsoring. So after you recruit people, you need to sponsor them, and I probably really fail rapidly at this, but I know how to do it. It's just keeping up with all of your recruits under you and helping them out. Main job, when you sign somebody up, just be available for them. You know, if they have to call you, I don't care if you have to leave a message on your phone. You know, just say, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Email me, Facebook me, something. You'll have a question. When Nicole signed up, she called me 10 times a day. And it was like, you know, can I do this? Can I do this?
And
What about this?
never think you're bugging your sponsor.
And you're not.
Because believe me, we love to hear from you. Because if you are bugging us, we know you're working.
That's right.
So
you know,
definitely
and she
call
just
us.
went to the top. You know, she had these questions. She had questions.
Nancy was at my house every day for 2 weeks.
Even after she'd been on for
Right,
years,
yeah.
she still called me about something, made me feel good. So, I've got some handouts for you, if you want them, in a little bit. But I want to first start out with why you started to sell, and that is called your why. And I know all direct selling people, companies will say, you know, what's your why, what's your why? Your why will change. Whenever you first signed up, you know, I just signed up because I thought this would be fun. Hank was out of town, he could do it, he didn't give a crap if I sold it or not. Whatever, he's my biggest supporter now, he doesn't work, he's right there with me. You know, but your why will change. Some people do it because they want a new pair of shoes every month, they want to make a car payment, they want to buy a house in Hawaii, like Becky and I did last year. So your why is going to change. You know, if it's because you want to stay home with your kids and still work, you can do that. You're able to do that. You don't have to go to work every day. You're not working for somebody else. You're not putting money in their pocket. You're putting money in their pocket. And I still work. I work 40 hours a week, but I've been there 23 years, and I'm not leaving until I've been there 25. I put up with my boss that long. I'll put up 2 years longer. But he's good. You know, people come by and pick up their stuff at my office. Not too much, but he's good with that. So anyway, back to your why. It's something that drives you. It's your motivation. It keeps you going. What is that? And if you'll get behind that, you will do awesome with anything that you do. It doesn't have to be Scentsy. Scentsy just an amazing company. But whatever your why is, like I said, it could be, you know, a new pair of shoes. It could be because you want to do Starbucks every day. You know, it's been $100 a month on your Starbucks habit. That's fine. So if you turn your excuses, I have a paper too, and it's about this lady that got up and spoke at a different direct selling company, and people asked her why she started, and she said, you know, I was working 2 jobs. I would get home at 10 o'clock at night. My mom was watching my kids. She was a single mother, had 3 kids. She said I would pack lunches, I would do laundry, I would help the kids with their homework, I would put them to bed. She says my car was on its last leg, and she said, and when you start selling, you feel like, well, I don't want to bother anybody by asking if they'll buy or if they want to sign up. But how much of a bother is it to work 2 jobs and have to come home and do all that, and you never get to see your kids? They're, you know, making their first touchdown and you're not there, you know, or they're going to call somebody else mama first before they call you mama. That's going to kill you. It hurts. So if you can stay home with your kids or whatever, then do it. Just work it harder. And if that's going to be your why, that's the best why you can have. And just follow it. But go back to when you first signed up. The first day that you signed up, or right before you signed up, could you sleep that night? Seriously, your mind kept going, who could I sign? Who could I tell? I can tell this, I can tell this person, I can tell him, oh, I can tell my sister, I have all these people. You just get so excited. And as you go along, that excitement kind of fades. Not that you've told everybody, you haven't. They tell us, and there's a list in here, and I know you've got one when you first started. It's your list of 100. When you first start, if you sign anybody up, tell them first thing they want to do, one of the first things, make your list of 100. They said, I don't care if it's like the mailman. If you don't know his name, you know, the whatever, you know, the lady at the post office. You may not know her name, but you know her. She knows you when she sees your face. Tell them. Everybody you know should know that you sell Scentsy. Everybody that you know. Everybody on Facebook. I have a new business. I just started my new business. You know, tell everybody. But when you sponsor, you just, main thing, be available. And even if you don't know a darn thing, my first person under me signed up a month after I did. I didn't know crap. She says, how do you you do so-and-so? I'm like, call Cynthia, or I get online and, get your book. Read your consultant startup guide. I keep mine, and I get a new one every catalog season. When we get a new catalog, I order myself a new consultant startup guide, because things change, and I go through that and read it. And if somebody is really excited about signing up, they want to sign up, they want it right then, give them that one. It's $4. Get online and do it. So, when you sponsor, after you recruit somebody, it's like their job is not complete when they sign up, it's just begun. And oh Lord, it has. You start getting a lot of people under you. It is very busy. You need to, if they are close by, take them, do a walkthrough on their workstation. Set them down, if you have to do it over the phone, sit in front of your computer, walk them through how to put a party in. In my handouts, it'll walk you through a party. So you can hand them that, you can mail it to them, you can get online and send it to them. It'll walk them through every step on how to put in a party. But always sit down with them and try to do that. Make sure they do a lunch party. Tell them, when are you going to do your lunch party? Let's do a lunch party. I'll schedule one with you, I'll be there with you. Just, help them out. If they live far away, do as much as you can for them. But always do a lunch party with them. When they're packaging orders, the first order I got in, honest to Pete, I had like 5 big huge Scentsy boxes, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. I had bars everywhere. I was like, ooh, putting stickers on everything. Be sure to tell them to label everything. Things that we take for granted, that you've been doing it forever, we label this, we label that. I will label under my warmer, I label on top of my box. I have a sticker I make, I put it inside my box. It says, this warmer takes a special bulb. When it burns out, call me. Put my number and my name. Because a lot of ladies say, well, I bought bulbs at Walmart. They don't work. Well, of course they don't work, because your consultant failed to tell you it takes a special bulb. You need to call me. Chances are they're going to order wax when they call you again for a bulb. You can do light bulbs for life. You can give them a free bulb. You can do that. I have a girl, all she ever gets from me is bulbs. I'm like, no more.
I always tell them, I do free light bulbs for life. All that I ask is that you're my loyal customer, you call me when you need wax refills, and you refer me to your friends.
Right.
And I always try to get an order when I give them a bulb.
But what what limit do you put on that? I have people that want like 7 free bulbs because they have like 12 warmers.
I just say, there's no reason you should have 7 bulbs out at once. What's going on?
That's
Yeah.
what one of the ladies said, one of the directors said, tell them, because they said, they're just giving them to their friends or their family. Tell them, say if they order that many bulbs, say something's wrong with your warmer. Give it to me and I'll send it in, and it'll stop like that.
Okay.
Just say, oh, something's wrong with your warmer. We have to send that in. They won't do it anymore. Okay?
I don't.
And that is an individual choice. I only give free light bulbs to my boss because
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just different people. But if they buy from me all the time, sure, and it's just a thing. If you ever, another thing, when you put an order in, if you ever have extra post credits,
Buy bulbs.
$1.07. If you have a 70 cents,
Buy bulbs.
don't leave that with them.
Yep.
You buy one bulb and pay the extra 30 cents. You can sell it for $1. You make 70 cents. Plus you'll make your stuff. But don't ever leave any money on the table with Scentsy. They don't want you to. They want you to take that and use that money. Okay, another little thing they've always had when you're teaching party goals, and sales is your income today, bookings is your income for tomorrow, and recruiting is your income forever. I always tell you, build wide, grow wide. Just grow down. Cynthia, me, Nicole, Kathy, Nancy, it's down, 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 down. That's great, but you have to be wide. You be a star director, you have to have 2 directors, frontline, first generation directors. And there's a difference in frontline and first generation. It took me forever to learn that one. But anyway, I'm a director, Nicole's a director, Kathy was a director, and she will be again. She just bumped out Nancy, but all the directors went down, and so it didn't help me any at
on
all.
the same leg.
It needs to be wide, So here's your Patricia.
So always share the opportunity with everybody.
Yeah. Tell everybody. You don't know, and listen to people, like if you're at Walmart or Target or something, and strike up a conversation. If you don't have the gift of gab or talking to somebody, learn it. Learn it. When you get older, as you get older, you do. You have something in common with them. Oh, I like your shoes. Where'd you get those? Oh, they look like crap. Say, oh, those are kind of cute. Or your earrings. Blah, blah, blah. At Christmas time, you can ask them. Say, so, you got all your Christmas shopping done? They're like, oh, I can't afford it all. Right there.
Where did I meet you, Amy? Christmas time was at
Walmart.
No, it's out in the Sam's parking lot. Oh, when you first met me?
No, the second time I say it was Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Walmart, Scent Department.
Nancy was out there handing out samples to people Christmas morning or whatever, thanks. I was like 2 in the morning, whatever.
Can I just add one thing? I wanted to tell you guys, now that she's talking about recruiting, let me just tell you my other little story too, because when I told you guys my sponsor is from Albuquerque, and I know Amy didn't like to put her picture on nothing, and I put my picture on my website, and I would strongly recommend it, and let me tell you, this is the reason
We got it today,
why.
so
I know,
changed it
I know
today.
she has her picture on it. Let me tell you the reason why, and this goes back to recruiting, is because when I went to sign up, I decided I'm going to look and see who's in my area. So I looked, and there was a girl named Krista. And I'm like, but I don't know her by that last name. I don't know that last name. I don't know who it is. There's no picture on there. I went and asked my boss, do you know this person? And he's all, yeah, it's this one's wife. Do you know her? And I'm like, I couldn't place it. I could not place her in my mind. Well, I have known her, and she's super nice, and I guarantee you, to this day, I would have signed up under her had I known that was her. I didn't know her under that last name. So now I am signed up under Michelle Gonzalez out of Albuquerque, because if Krista had had her picture on there, we'd all be under a different superstar director, I tell you right now.
I was just gonna say,
So-
would we still be teaming?
No, we would not. We would be under Cherie Shekel.
I'm glad.
That's who we would be under, which I'm glad we did, but Krista is like a super, but that's when just things like that, and that's why I say put it on there, because they might think, I know there was a lady that sold me some Scentsy, and I want to sign up,
Yeah.
but I don't remember which one she is, but if the
And
picture's
get
there.
on your website and write your story. How many have written a story? How many have their story on their website?
Updated every
How
6
many have
months.
updated it lately?
Every 6 months I update mine.
That's good. Get on there. There's a lot of girls, and they will tell you at a convention or whatever, they sign up. If they don't know anybody in the area and they get online, they will go to people's website and read their story. And it doesn't really matter what it says. It's just they put it on there. You can tell the excitement, how they started, I'm just...
Right, or if you get 5 people and 4 of them have no story and 1 does, who you think
Yeah.
will join under?
Yeah, oh gosh, they don't have a story. What's your story?
The
I
person
love
with the
this,
picture in the story.
It doesn't have to be anything. Put your picture on there, and you can, it's awesome that Cincy does that website for us. It's great, great, great. Okay, I'm gonna hurry up. Communications, stay in communications with the team, and I know it's hard. Lord, I hate to bother people. Have a monthly call, and I don't do that, and I should be quit. Newsletter. You can get on Facebook, do your own group page. You can do a group page and just put all your downline on that one. Just shoot ideas, to each other. If they're looking for this, and you can get on other people's websites as well to do that. But just stay in touch with them mainly. If they need anything, like I said, just be available for them. When you first you sponsor somebody, tell them to go to their workstation, get into the training heading, watch all those videos, watch them. There's certain ones you can. They have Becca Levi. You always get, everybody's under Becca. She does a training, a new consultant training. We have an old consultant on Thursday nights. Tonight, I missed it. Saturday mornings, 10 o'clock. She always has a speaker on there. They're great. Some days you may not get, and they're always recorded. If you can't make it then, hit it the next day or two.
She has some really good YouTube videos too that I
She does. And Edie Cody is awesome with her.
And Shawnee Bradshaw too.
They have great YouTube videos. You can get on there and and do that. And keep a calendar. When's the last time you spoke with Cynthia? Blah blah blah. I spoke with her here. I need to call her here. Make yourself a mental note. If you don't have a calendar, slap you in the face. I walk around with sticky notes on my forehead all the day. Oh, phones. I hate phones. Seriously, I don't like a phone. Challenges. You can give your team challenges. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I just want to hit this real quick. Send notes. Send personal notes to your downline when they do something. When they go up, they go from they make certified consultant. Email them, give them a little note, hey, way to go. It's good. Just makes them think like, oh, she's watching me. I am doing something, And it's hard. Pretty soon you get, many people under you. Callie does it for Becca, and I'm sure they have 3 or 4 other people in the office that, put the notes out, send Christmas cards, whatever. just touch base, like I said, just be there for them. Don't send too many emails, don't send too many texts. I do this at the fire department, I text those firefighters all the time, and pretty soon they're going like, and they just throw it until I get ugly and have to start cussing and calling them names and everything, then they're like, oh, and then, but I know they look at it then. So, remember your team's anniversaries, their birthdays, stuff like that. If you're good about that, it's hard when you get a lot of them, but anyway. One thing I wanted to mention, one thing at boot camp, you need to go. I'm so serious, you need to go. You come back with the best little friends. But Joel Curtis got up and he did a lot of the training while we were there. But the first morning we were there, and the first day you sit in the classroom and training. He said, directors, and it's a director's boot camp, but start acting like a director as soon as you get your first person under you. Because then you're already in the habit. Sending out that card, blah, blah, blah. If you wait and it overwhelms you, you've got 13 people under you, and you're like, I don't know what to do. You know, then you're trying to play catch up. But he said a lot of directors, and he said, how many of you don't feel like you're balanced in your life? You don't have enough time for your kids, you don't have enough time for your job, or your Scentsy, blah, blah, blah. He said, you feel like everything's out of balance, everything should be equal. You know, I should have time for Scentsy, I should have time for this, I should have time for this. And we all, of course, raised our hands because, you know, we don't have enough time. And the first thing they made us do when we were there is not to talk to your team the whole time you're there. They said they can do it, hide and watch. So, but he said, you can't be balanced in everything. And he did a little video, and he said, if you think of an orchestra, he said, if everything is balanced in that orchestra, it sounds like this. And he turned it on, and every horn, every string instrument, everything was the same amount of loud. It was just, you know, and it was horrible. He said, that's balanced. He said, every instrument is exactly the same loud. He said, does it sound horrible? Yes, it does. He said, you can't do that. He said, you have to do this, you have to do this. You'll take some away here, you'll put it over here. He said, that's the best way to do it. And don't wear yourself out. You can't do everything for your team, so don't expect your sponsor to do everything. Learn the business, learn your book. They're there if you need them, all your upline is, but it's your business. We have our own business, so get out there and, you know, work it. I still have a girl, she signed 1 month under me, and every time she does a show or something, you got a table I can borrow? I'm like, buy me one, girl, you know, I don't mind, I'm still under a table, but, you know, if you're gonna do this, start, you know, getting a few things that you can use. We don't mind ever helping, but if you wanna do it, and that's just as much as you wanna put into it. You wanna put as much into it, you know, you'll get out as much as you put in. You wanna be a millionaire? Maybe. So, anyway, I have handouts, some of them, like it's a mentor guide, just for your first, when you get consultants under you. There's your 100 list, there's questions and answers, that people will ask you, how much does it cost to get started with Scentsy? What does a starter kit include? How much money can I make? It's just questions that you might not know the answers to right away. You know, how do I get marketing stuff? Or you just might forget to tell them. And there's just some other stuff. But anyway, I have it if you want them, and if you don't, line the bird please with it, I guess. Whatever you want to do. So, anyway, got any questions? We're here. I don't even know if you can see all of our numbers, but
I think you can. And then I wanted to add to hers too again, because I just think of things. I always use, when you feel like you're bugging people, I use the best example because like my Avon lady, which I love our Avon lady, I will not remember to order from you unless you tell me you're putting in the order. I guarantee you, you can leave me the book and I'm not going to call you. But she is good about sending us a text or just saying, hey, I'm going to stop by and pick up the orders. So I just use that analogy when people say, well, I feel like I'm bugging people. It's just really kind of in your approach if you just say, I'm just letting you know, but I put in an order, because that's like I say, I try to think of that too, because what kind of a customer am I? And that's the kind of Avon customer I am, is that, and I know I keep using the Avon, but I know like our Avon lady, if she doesn't send me that reminder, And I never feel like she's bugging me. She's just letting me know. If I don't need anything, I tell her I don't need anything. But just if you kind of approach it like that, if you think of your customer as me, then just think, well, Cynthia wouldn't get bugged. I'm just telling her. I'm just
and a
telling
lot
her.
of it too, just get to know somebody. Because even if they never buy from you or they never sign up, at least you've got somebody you know. You've got a friend, you've got, you say, oh, hey, how are you? Just, learn to talk to people. That way if they ever do call you, you'll say, oh yeah, how's your mom doing? She was born in the hospital. Kind of make a mental note, something. If it's nothing else, if you don't remember anything other than she wore orange shoes, say, oh yeah, those orange shoes were awesome, blah, blah, blah. She'll think, oh, she remembered me. You might not
I have
remember
a great
anything.
example of that. I went to Family Dollar last weekend, and there was a lady in there looking for light bulbs for Scentsy. And she said her Scentsy lady doesn't come around anymore, so I sold a light bulb.
Which Family Dollar?
That's Family Dollar.
My Family Dollar?
No, there's one in Bloomfield.
Oh.
I got other stores there.
Well,
Sounds like
the
that's
two,
my
the last,
store.
the end of June, a lot of girls, and got dropped because they changed the rules back to the way they were when they first started, $150 once every 3 months. Trust me, it'll keep your girls going better than this, buy anything once every 6 months up, no. But, so a lot of the girls that were Scentsy consultants are no longer, they're not there.
No, they're just customers.
There was quite a few on my whole group there.
Okay, so we only took out 4 cars.
Is my bike
I
still
have
standing?
insurance,
No, I'm
so
just kidding.
we should be good.
Okay, good, yay. I hope I get a new jet. Do you need to move?
Yeah, she said Cynthia.
Oh, Cynthia.
Cindy.
Well,
That's
Here,
okay.
Amy.
Amy,
Yeah.
I had a lady call me today,
I was just
and
kidding.
it's basically a referral, and she was looking for a Scentsy consultant. And she's already gone through like 3 that are wrong. She said, I called up
Thursday.
3 other people, and none of them are in business.
And here's another thing, and
I said, I'm
Cynthia,
glad to take your business.
any of you that have a team and lost anybody, and even not just in June, but if they ever drop or anything, ask them. And Chuck asked us this at Director Boot Camp. He says, how many of you, when they drop, ask them for their customer list? And we all went, oh. And he says, ask them for their customer list to give to you, just so you can keep up with Scentsy, so they don't, they're not giving Scentsy a bad name. So,
Good idea, Nancy. Actually, my sister who dropped out, I got her customer list from her, and I've got orders from some of her
Right.
customers, even as far as Denver.
but also be a good consultant. Don't say, okay, I'll get your order, and 3 weeks later, they're still waiting. If you're doing a party and you're not gonna close it, they say never more than open. Leave that party open. Because you haven't even put your order in. People come in on a Monday, order from you, you don't put it in till the next Monday, they've already waited a week. And you tell them, by the time I put it in, you could wait 2 weeks. So it could be 3 weeks from the time they say, I want this sent. 3 weeks later, they're still waiting. Okay, so you be sure to tell them if it's gonna take a while, say, I'm not closing this party for a week. And it may take up to 2 weeks. Never had one take 2 weeks except right at Christmas, and it took like 12 days. But, they need to know that, and if they need it sooner, then take the initiative to call around, she's got to have this one warmer, she's going to a baby shower, whatever the case may be. Call around, get on Facebook, ask, does anybody have this warmer, Some will trade, some you're just gonna have to buy, you're just gonna have to get, well, here's your $35, and when she gets, you're not gonna make any money on that, but it keeps your customer happy and satisfied, you're not gonna go looking for somebody else. It's just like, I ordered a month and a half ago, and I still haven't gotten anything, and just don't be that consultant.
Well,
You wouldn't like it if somebody, kept your money for 3 weeks and you didn't get anything for it.
I'm kind of like Cynthia, I keep thinking of ideas as you talk, Amy, but if I get like a $25 order, a 6-pack order, and I don't have
jump on that. If you're using but it's one of those things where, like, you know, if you need something right then and there, you know that they need my home or something, and it's, yeah, don't use that group to run your business, basically. Right, you don't. I have a girl like that.
We always just, no, all the directors was like, of course you answer, you know, you get out of the shower and answer your phone for your spot for your, yeah, you don't. And it shocked us because, you know, you should always be there. He said, no, you won't have a life. He said, that's dumb. But he said, whatever they want to do. He said, if you see, you know, if they call you again in a few days, he said, don't answer. He said, if you see they put in a huge order, $700 order, and the phone rings again, he said, either answer it or call them back and say, hey, I saw you when you put in a big order. You got a question? And if somebody wants to get in there and, you know, I want to go for director, I want to do everything I can, he said, tell them you're available any time of the day or night for them, whatever you want to do. But he said, for those that don't want to put in any more than that, he said, no, don't give them all your time. They don't need all your time. And he said, you will just enable them to, like, you know, they're whining now, I don't, you know, let them build their own business. Be there for whatever.